Awake TV. So today I want to talk about twin flame separation. What is really going on in the vibrational point of view? So by the time you finish watching this video, you understand exactly what's going on in your situation. So those of you who want to solve your twin flame problem really fast in 6 weeks, let's have a free diagnostic call and see what we can do about it. And those of you who are looking for an individual service, I do offer twin flame regression, twin flame healings, and other services for twin flame. So you can check out my Etsy store, which is on the comment box. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe so you won't miss any new episode. So energetically, what is going on when twin flames separate? The separation between twin flames is a natural process toward union. But why, do twin flames separate? I'm someone who can read the vibration of beings. So I explain to you what's going on in the energetic level, okay? So usually, I'm going to use as a general example because I don't want to use personal example for my clients. Usually, when a higher frequency being, usually that is divine feminine, they are awakened or they are on the way of awakening or they already have been awakened for a long time. So they're usually vibrating in the higher vibration than, let's say, divine masculine. Okay? So even though twin flames energies are very similar and they are sort of embodying divine feminine energy and the divine masculine energy, and with both, they are sort of as a energetic team, right? I won't say they complete with each other because that is a lack consciousness. We are completed being as individual. So when two complete beings are together, it's going to be double effect. That's what it is, okay? So when divine feminine is vibrating higher, and then to begin with, and then when they go into twin flame journey, what's going to happen is usually divine feminines start working on themselves, maybe individually or work with professional like me. So they get rid of a lot of baggage, which might come from their past lives, a lot to do with it. Not too much in galactic lives, but it's a good idea to find out your true connection. If this is a twin flame relationship or you think it's twin flame, but they are completely different relationship, right? But anyhow, so when they come to Earth, okay, they come to Earth or they come to lower 4D dimension before they come to Earth. Twin flames usually go through very traumatic experience as a soul. And those lower, we call it lower density energy. Like all this lower density energy is sort of like putting around your soul. So before you come to lower 4D, you are vibrating high, okay? Like 5D and even upper 4D, it's higher than 3D or lower 4D, right? So when you're vibrating high, but you go through those traumatic experience, and then you put the lower density energy like weight. So you need this weight in order to descend yourself onto Earth, okay? Because Earth is a low planet, low vibrational planet. It's getting higher. Where we are at is 4.8, but that's not the point, okay? When everybody was born, it was a very low vibrational frequency planet. So when I or you guys are born, it has to be heavy. You need to be heavy vibrationally. So you put a lot of heavy experience within your soul level so you can descend here instead of ascending, right? Descend. So you're born into here, and then when you go through the awakening, that is the time you are dropping all this weight from your soul. So when you're working on yourself, you're dropping one sandbag, you know, and the other sandbag or the other weight, like off of your body, okay? Off of your body. And then when you do that, means a lot of times you go through the experience energetically and then neutralizing, okay? Neutralizing, or you let go of the attachment. Usually people do have attachment on something because there is an unresolved situation in the past life or past. So when you let go of those, and you can't let go mentally, you have to go through from your heart to let go, okay? You can just make a decision and let go. That's the first step, but you have to go through emotionally first, okay? And then when you let go of those, you're getting lighter and lighter. So a lot of divine feminines, they go through all this processing and they get lighter and lighter. So let's say when two twin flame meet, they are 4.2 dimension, right? And then when she works on herself, now she's 4.9D, almost 5D, right? And then where divine masculine is, he's still 4.2. Maybe we go around between 4.3, 4.2, sometimes it's 4.0, right? Depends on what's going on outside. When he is not working on himself, maybe too fixated on accumulating wealth in the 3D world or 4D world, nothing is wrong with that. You can still accumulate your wealth while you're working on yourself emotionally, right? But if he's too concentrated on outside of gaining something, gaining status, gaining wealth, all these kind of material things, instead of focusing on changing or healing himself inside, and then his vibration stays. Of course, we're getting a lot of light frequencies right now, but when you're not working on yourself, the level of elevation of frequency is not that fast compared to divine feminine. So there's a gap between you and him, right? Like this, right? And that's where separation happens. Because when the vibrational difference is too much, physical separation start happening, right? And you stop growing as a soul because you don't want to be separated physically from divine masculine. That is not working. Your higher self will let you do this elevation of spiritual awakening because your higher self is dictating major roadmap on your life. Even though you and your higher self decided to, go through your major blueprint together, but if you're not doing certain things you decided to do as a soul, your higher self make you to do that. So if you don't want to be separated by divine masculine and you decided to stay where you are, you stopped working on yourself, there's some incident will happen, usually hardships, right? And then even though you're not really working on yourself, by going through these turmoils and hardship, you are sort of working on yourself by experiencing those. And those kind of experience usually go through by divine masculine. So you can't really stop in the same place because change is always happening. And that is one of the law of the universe. And we can't really escape from that. So the separation happens. And during this separation, there is a divine masculine's soul contract. They decide whether they're going to catch up with you or they're going to stay where they are. So in terms of soul contract, no one can force a soul. You must abide this contract. Of course, his higher self, his spiritual team will encourage him to go to the direction his soul decided. But let's say soul is really stubborn or really fearful and extremely disconnected with his team, he'll stay where he is at. And this separation happens, right? And then depends on how long the separation. And when clock is ticking on divine feminine, in order for them to have twin flame babies, then the contract need to suffer and the replacement will happen. So that happens for the 25% of the people. A lot of the people are eligible to have babies and they are contracted to have twin flame babies, but cannot have with this original one. So there's a replacement. So those of you who are 75% would still have a time to wait another 10, 20 years and you are still eligible to have baby physically. You might not be on those 25%. 20 years is a long time. Okay. And even 10 years, 10, 15 years is a long time too. So you can also make your own decision. But during this separation, I'm not saying separation is going to be always 10, 20, 30 years, or depends on how fast your divine masculine decided to catch up. They can. Just because it took you 10 years to get where you are spiritually, doesn't mean it's going to takes him to get that long. He might get it in the half or triple speed. Because of the vibration right now, we are surrounded on Earth. It's different from 10 years ago. So it depends on the couple, different depends on the soul contract. So if you guys are curious if you have a twin flame or not, I do have that service on my Etsy store. And if you guys take all this junk you have to tackle on, so you clear your side of the road, then your man will do his side of cleaning, and you have to do it fast. Okay, I know it's not fair, but you have to. So when you want to do that, we can do my 6 weeks program with me. So you can contact me through free diagnostic call, and we're going to do what we can do about it together. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Please share, like, subscribe. I see you guys next time. Bye.